Somewhere from the corner of my eye, standing by to bring us trending issues on social media. Good morning, Wahimai.
Good morning, Sally. Good morning, Chikodi.
Good morning.
Thank God it's Friday, right?
Oh,
of course it is.
What's trending?
Well, let's take a look this morning. Yeah, good morning, Nigeria, and this is Kakaaki Social. I am Ohima Maiza, your anchor on this segment. Yesterday, the Nigerian Senate passed a resolution calling on the federal government to intensify efforts to rescue Leah Sharibu, the kidnapped Dapchi schoolgirl who is still in captivity after so many days now. And they also extended that conversation to cover other Chibok girls who till now are still in captivity and are yet to be rescued by the Nigerian authorities. The hashtag Free Leah Sharibu came back in focus yesterday as Nigerians began to speak again about the ordeal that this little girl has gone through in the hands of her abductors and her captors. Senator Shehu Sani actually moved that motion yesterday in a point of order. Vanguard reporting this yesterday said Boko Haram Senate urges FG to expedite action on Leah Sharibu's release. Let's take a look at some details from that report yesterday. Disturbed by the continued captivity of Leah Sharibu and others by Boko Haram insurgents since last year, February, the Senate on Thursday asked the federal government to, as a matter of urgency, expedite action for her release and the remaining pupils of Science Secondary School, Dapchi, Yobe State. Leah Sharibu's resolution of the Senate yesterday was sequel to a point of order by Senator Shehu Sani, PRP Kaduna Central. Senator Sani, who drew the attention of his colleagues to the plight of Sharibu, said there was a need to urge the federal government to expedite action on whatever means possible in getting the girl rescued. This was yesterday, and in a tweet, Senator Shehu Sani said earlier today at the plenary, I raised a point of order to demand for the reactivation and reinvigoration of action by the FG to secure the release of Leah Sharibu and other Dapchi and Chibok girls still in captivity. A nation burying its head in the sand. And Senator Shehu Sani tweeting yesterday, former presidential aide to former President Goodluck Jonathan, Reno Omokri, who has also been campaigning vigorously to free Leah Sharibu, took his Free Leah Sharibu campaign to Mount Everest, the highest mountain in the world. He tweeted yesterday saying, I vowed I would go to Mount Everest wearing my Free Leah Sharibu tracksuit to symbolize the fact that Leah Sharibu is close to God's heart. Well, this morning, I fulfilled that vow. Watch and be awed by the highest peak on earth. After here, it is heaven. Reynolds Nuggets. Reno Omokri going to Mount Everest to draw attention to the campaign to free Leah Sharibu. Let's take a look at this video.
So right now we're at the very point of Mount Everest, and I'm wearing my Free Leah Sharibu tracksuit. So you see there, Free Leah Sharibu Reynolds Nuggets, and I'm going to be showing you Mount Everest. Now that's it right there. Sorry. There you go. That's actually Mount Everest. Can you see it? The mountain right there, the tallest one in the range. So these are the Himalaya mountains. And the tallest one, that's Mount Everest. And the reason why I'm here with my Free Leah Sharibu tracksuit is to show that Leah is still very close to God's heart. This is Brandon Moncrief signing out. Bye.
Okay, and he continued in another tweet. He said, my certificate for going to Mount Everest. Not only did I go, I took the Free Leah Sharibu campaign there. As this is the highest peak on planet Earth, it symbolizes that God has Leah Sharibu in his heart. And we pray he will answer our prayers for her freedom. And they attached this image to that tweet, a photograph of him holding his certificate of making it to the highest mountain peak in the world, the Mount Everest. But the tweets from Reno Omokri have elicited some responses from Nigerians as well. Mr. Hapun tweeted and said, there's a difference between flying over Mount Everest and going to Mount Everest. However, I admire your level of dedication to this cause. If only our government is this dedicated to its citizens. And we'll take a look at more reactions to Reno Omokri going to Mount Everest. Hassan Sarki tweeted and said, climbing Mount Everest with vehicle and showing us a video of the mountain. You try. Where then would you climb for the remaining Chibok girls? Or have they been forgotten? Hassan Sarki tweeting, J-Star Global said, but where is bring back our girls, Obi Ezekwesili? This is what sincere and honest effort looks like. God bless Reno Omokri richly. You are indeed a blessing to millions of people out there. Thank you. J-Star Global tweeting yesterday, and we saw one more tweet from Shima Papa Al-Mustafa Shima saying, Hypocrisy is when you don't talk about many Chibok girls abducted when you were in power, but talk about only one girl abducted after you were ousted. Speak out against Chibok girls' manner. Shima Papa Al-Mustafa tweeting. And of course, it seems like women are dominating our conversation this morning on Kakaaki Social. The revolution sweeping through Sudan, which has led to the ousting of Omar al-Bashir as president of that country yesterday, was spearheaded by a lady, a 22-year-old lady known as Alaa Salah. The photograph you are seeing has become the face of the Sudan, the revolution and the uprising that has led to the ousting of Omar al-Bashir yesterday. We go on and take a look at how this development is generating some talk in the social media. Yesterday, Premium Times broke the news here in Nigeria, breaking Sudan's Omar al-Bashir resigns amidst protests. Let's take a look at some details of that report. Omar al-Bashir, a political hardliner and controversial leader of Sudan, has stepped down after 30 years in power, reports said Thursday. United Arab Emirates-based Al Arabiya Network reported that Mr. al-Bashir resigned his position with immediate effect. Reuters also cited government sources as saying Mr. al-Bashir has stepped down and a new government was being formed. The 75-year-old has reportedly handed over to the country's Supreme Military Council, controlled by the armed forces. His ouster follows days of protests that have engulfed the country, which is amongst the largest by landmass in Africa. He's been in power since 1989, but there have been protests in the country calling for his removal. And yesterday, reports have it that he has stepped aside from office. And tweeting, Nathaniel just said, in a country where youths know what they should do part-time, bring down dictators. The other day it was Algeria and now Sudan. The wind is blowing out all sit-tight dictators in Africa so that there can be fresh air. It is a new dawn in Africa. Congratulations, Sudan. Natalia Ije tweeting yesterday. Mosem G007 Mohamed Gurama tweeting said, how I wish we the youth can be united and demand for government transparency from our leaders. We are really behind in terms of development and welfare. Every day we face 1,000 ways to die in this country. Mohamed Gurama tweeting, Michael Irabo tweeting said, it can only happen in Nigeria when the youths are united from north to south, east to west. Sentiments and ethnic differences will not give room for national cohesion. God bless Nigeria. Michael Irabo in a tweet yesterday. Johnson Collins tweeting, the revolution that happened in Algeria and Sudan can never happen in Nigeria because our activists are interested when they need money from the ruling government. They are not fighting for bad governance in the country. They only fight for their personal interests. Johnson Collins tweeting yesterday, and this is the image that has got the entire world talking. Just 22-year-old Alaa Salah has become the face of the revolution that has swept Omar al-Bashir out of power. The BBC World Service gave us a video report of that account yesterday, the Nubian queen who has become the face of Sudan's anti-government protests. Let's take a look at this video and then we'll come back and take a look at how this is also inspiring Nigerians to talk about the possibilities of civic action. Let's take a look at this video. Very revolutionary and radical way we've seen women come out and be at the forefront of what has just happened in Sudan. We take a look at this tweet from Omon Lakiki Paul Ibe. It is no longer news that Omar al-Bashir of Sudan has resigned. It is important not to forget that the revolution that led to the dictator's ouster was led by Alaa Salah, a 22-year-old young lady. And from Mr. Ucheya, she's just 22 and her name is Alaa Salah. She championed the moves which led to the overthrow of al-Bashir, president of Sudan. In my country, Nigeria, they rather cling to their key parts and profess all manner of e-feminism than support a just cause. This is the real feminism. King Legacy5 tweeting said, Sudan President al-Bashir was removed by the military, but the protest was started by this woman. This cannot happen in the current Nigeria because the ladies prefer to be slave queens. Youths prefer to be Yahoo boys, and the government is ready to open fire in a peaceful protest. King Legacy5 tweeting yesterday, and some hearts in the tweet has attempted to draw a contrast between what happened in Sudan and what is happening in Nigeria. On the left is this picture of Alaa Salah, who has now become an iconic figure in the revolution movement. And on the right, you see Aisha Yesufu, one of the leading campaigners for Bring Back Our Girls. Alaa Salah is surrounded by a lot of people. Aisha Yesufu is standing alone. And Sam Hart has said compare and contrast. Mina Gio86 tweeting said, Aisha is a very brave woman who unfortunately had no support. If we have women who could support Aisha, great protests will yield successes. Mina Gio86 posting. And this footage of Pope Francis kissing the feet of the president of South Sudan and leaders of the opposition in that country after they came to the Vatican for a spiritual retreat to help end the war in South Sudan has got a lot of people talking in the social media. I will take a look at this video of Pope Francis kissing the feet of the president of South Sudan and other opposition leaders from that country. Let's go and take a look at Catholic Satellite shared this video yesterday. Pope Francis gets down on his knees to kiss the feet of Salva Kiir Mayardit, president of South Sudan, and other opposition leaders who have just completed a spiritual retreat at the Vatican, looking for peace in the country. Let's take a look at this video and the comments that followed. Okay, you recall that a couple of weeks ago, there was a video that went viral of Pope Francis pulling away his ring from Catholic faithfuls who had tried to kiss him on his hand, and this has got people talking as well. D. Gonzalez77 tweeting said, it would have been an interesting twist if the president pulled his foot away, as the Pope did with his ring. D. Gonzalez77 tweeting, artist Sharon M in a tweet said, Jesus did not kiss the feet of any rulers of his time. I am not aware of St. Peter having done this either. He looks confused or possibly threatened or bullied in some way. Artist Sharon M posting, but John Bulemeka in a tweet said, Pope is not the godfather to have his ring kissed. He is a leader of the church who by his action is showing that no man is above his fellow man. He kissed their feet out of humility and respect. Thanks for leading by example. God bless you. John Bulemeka tweeting yesterday. Cranes No tweeting said, he is humbling himself, asking those powerful people to make peace together and stop killing each other. Do you know how many people died in South Sudan recently? About 300,000 people. You may not be able to understand, but please respect him. Cranes No tweeting yesterday in defense of Pope Francis. And we go now to Instagram, where the police is back on the trends again. Filmmaker Lanre Adediwura cries out after suffering police brutality alongside a pregnant woman in Lagos. Let's take a look at this video and the comments that followed.
As you all know, I'm a filmmaker, I'm a broadcaster, and a law-abiding citizen of this country. I was going by my daily business this morning, and only for the police, Nigerian police, to accost me. Look at what they did to me. Look at what they did to a pregnant woman. Where is that woman? All because of bribe. Look at what they did to her. Because of my money. See, look at what she did. Look at that. She injured a pregnant woman. Nigerian police brutalized me, and I want justice. Therefore, you might please me. Look at this. My windscreen broken. Nigerians, come to my aid. Rugged man, you told me to be a law-abiding citizen. You are an ambassador. I'm calling on everybody this morning. If I don't get justice, then the industry is fucked.
Okay, we'll take a look at reactions to that video. T-Boy Love You posting said, all these people are listening and watching these videos, but I don't blame all of you for not taking action. Just because you guys have escorts for your family and friends. God is watching. And from Ewa Oluwa Bukola posting yesterday on Instablog Nigeria, the problem is the government, not the police. The least I pay my staff is 30K. And how could a grown man or woman working for government settle for less salary? So they vent the anger on us. You should beg our government to pay them reasonable salaries. That's when we can rest from police brutality. And from Exclusive, Sudanese just came out in thousands to demand removal of their president. After several weeks of united protests and inability of the government forces to intimidate them, the military was forced to remove the leader. The only time Nigerians come out in thousands is for musical concerts. Sense will soon fall on you. And then we'll take a look at one more comment. J6, a restaurant posting said, basically 99.9% of Nigerian police force need training about policing, and 95% of Nigerians also need to be educated about their rights and how to approach Nigerian police officers. Commentary yesterday, Video Becker tweet posting said, I hope this does not trigger revolution between the police and people, because this is where it is going if nothing is done. And then we move on to this report also on Instablog yesterday. Boy beats lady to coma on her birthday. A lady identified as Damilola is currently battling for her life after being beaten to coma by a boy identified as Samuel on her birthday at a hotel in Lagos. According to reports, Damilola and her friends had gone to Lavalon Hotels Aja to celebrate her birthday when she decided to take some pictures. While this was on, Samuel's girlfriend, Mama Gold, started mocking her through the window of the room she was lodged, making the celebrant to approach her to ask why, since they've never met before. However, Samuel stepped in to defend his girlfriend and started assaulting Damilola and her sister. At a point, he landed a heavy blow on her head and she passed out immediately. The lover boy was later apprehended and handed over to the police, but he allegedly bribed them and he's now back on the streets, while Damilola remains in critical condition in the hospital. Let's take a look at this short video that captured the moment of that incident and the comments that followed. What a terrible incident right there. Amy Harris posting said, me, I don't even approach anybody again these days. If you want to be mumuing up and down, it's your business, because you don't know through whose hand the spirit of death will come. Some people just have negative energy following them around. And we'll take a look at more comments yesterday. Eva Keeps Smiling posting said, Mama Go don't put her boyfriend for trouble. Wait fit put him for prison. And when Samuel dey prison, Mama Go go get another boyfriend. They enjoy her life. Samuel, your papa no tell you say never hit a woman? Eva Keeps Smiling posting yesterday. Hilda Dokubo, Nollywood iconic actress, tweeting, posting yesterday, actually said, this boy should be traced, arrested, and held in custody until the girl fully recovers. He must be made to face the law. What impunity. Hilda Dokubo posting yesterday. Adaobi Ada posting said, I wasn't there. I reached out to him and he said he was wrong for hitting the girl because he lost his temper. But his own version of event was different. Reason for the whole fight, that was why the police let him go. The girls also apologized for what they did. I can't mention it. Two sides of a story, but no excuse for hitting a woman. That'll be Ada posting yesterday. And from Anonymous Man 001, if the system works effectively, Samuel will be slapped a minimum of 10 years expeditiously. Reactions to that video yesterday. Mfon Grace also posted, said, so people were videoing instead of them to stop him from hitting her. Like, what is wrong with this country? Why do people prefer to take videos or pictures of things when they can actually stop it from happening? Now she's in coma, you can come out and talk, but when he was hitting her, you were just taking videos of what is happening. Shame. Okay, and as we conclude Kakaaki Social this morning, we've seen this video which has also gone viral in the social media. Royalty Uso, Twitter user, shared this video with us. What is the difference between a slay queen and a real queen? Well, this video you're about to watch attempts an explanation. Let's take a look.
There is a difference between a slay queen and a real queen. A slay queen checks what the man drives, but a real queen checks what drives the man. Hey! A slay slay queen is interested in what you drive, but a real queen wants to know what drives the man. A slay queen wants to know where you are coming from, but a real queen wants to know where you are going. A slay queen wants to know where you live, but a real queen wants to know what lives in you. Hey! A slay queen wants to know the size of your television, but a real queen wants to know the size of your vision, so that she can ask, can my substance match with your vision? We are real queens, and it takes a queen, it takes a king to spot a queen, and it takes a queen to spot a king.
Okay, guys, that's our show for the week. Follow the conversation on our social media platforms at Kakaaki Social on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Kakaaki Social. I am Ohima Maize. The show returns Monday next week at 8 a.m. I'll hand you over back now to Salamatu and Chiko Dinaka.
Way to spot a king and a king spotting his queen. Thank you so much, Ohima, and have yourself a rewarding weekend.
Thank you so much, ladies. All right, bye.
All right.